Today, I want to show you one of my favorite mathematical paradoxes. We're going to prove that 1 equals 2. Now, obviously, this is impossible. But the question is, where exactly does the reasoning go wrong? See if you can spot the error as we go through it. Let's start with the innocent assumption that x equals y. Nothing suspicious here, just two variables that happen to be equal. Now, I'll multiply both sides by x. This is a perfectly legal algebraic operation. So x squared equals x times y. Still completely standard algebra. Next, I'll subtract y squared from both sides. Again, nothing unusual about this step. This gives us x squared minus y squared on the left and x times y minus y squared on the right. Now I can factor both sides. The left side becomes a difference of squares, and the right side has a common factor of y. So we have x minus y times x plus y equals y times x minus y. Notice that both sides have the factor x minus y. Since both sides have the factor x minus y, it's tempting to just cancel it out. This seems like the natural thing to do. And after canceling, we get x plus y equals y. But here's where things start to get suspicious. Remember, we started with x equals y, so I can substitute y for x in this equation. This gives us y plus y equals y. Of course, y plus y is just 2y, so we have 2y equals y. Now, if I divide both sides by y, I get something quite surprising. 2 equals 1. But that's impossible, so where exactly did our reasoning go wrong? Let's go back and find the flaw. The error is actually quite subtle. Here we have x minus y times x plus y equals y times x minus y. This factoring is completely correct. The problem is when we canceled the factor x minus y. But think about it. What is x minus y actually equal to? Well, our initial assumption was that x equals y, which means x minus y equals 0. And here's the key insight. Division by 0 is undefined. When we canceled x minus y from both sides, we were essentially dividing by 0, which is not allowed in mathematics. Let's see what happens when we substitute 0 for x minus y in our equation. Since anything times 0 equals 0, both sides simplify, and we get 0 equals 0, which is true, but tells us nothing useful. The moment we divided by 0, we broke the logic of our proof. But wait, there's actually another hidden issue in our proof. When we went from 2y equals y to 2 equals 1, we divided both sides by y. But this is only valid if y is not 0. But we never specified that y couldn't be 0. What if both x and y are 0? That would satisfy our initial assumption that x equals y. Let's substitute 0 for y and see what happens. Once again, we get 0 equals 0. So our proof actually contains two instances of division by 0. The beauty of this paradox is how it sneaks division by 0 into what looks like perfectly normal algebra. It's a great reminder that mathematical rules exist for good reasons, and we ignore them at our peril. Let's try a concrete example to see where this breaks down. Let's say both x and y equal 5. Let's go back to the step where we had the factored form. Now I'll substitute 5 for both x and y. So we get 5 minus 5 times 5 plus 5 equals 5 times 5 minus 5, which simplifies to 0 times 10 equals 5 times 0. And both sides equal 0. This concrete example makes it clear that we're trying to cancel a factor of 0, which is where our proof falls apart. I hope you enjoyed this little mathematical puzzle. Paradoxes like this are great for sharpening your algebraic intuition and reminding us why mathematical rules matter.